Speaking of your division, right? A fight that could affect you down the line: Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. How do you see that playing out?
That's a good one. I mean, I look at that fight. Really, to me, it's up in the air because I look at what they. I try to look at what they both do well. I feel like Terrence might be a better counter puncher. He probably fights a little better at the mid range. Errol Spence is great on the inside. They great fighter at the mid range too. But like I feel like Terrence is a better counter puncher. So I think if the fight plays out and Earl's victorious, it'll be because of the work he did on the inside when he gets close to Terrence. Um, we have. I mean, I think Earl is the more natural welterweight, but Bud is very strong. Bud is like physically strong. Maybe who's the stronger puncher? Um, that's we'll have to see when they. We'll actually have to see when they fight. But like as for like physical strength, I think Bud's physical strength is underrated. I watched a video of him going into a gym. He deadlifted what 405 just off the humble. He walked
Yeah.
in still he wearing jeans and some 13 and some Jordan 13s, and he just no warm up, just boom, deadlifted that. That's something that you have to be mindful of. I know it's body we talk about punching, but remember, punching is a full body thing. It's just not just in the arms. It's not just in the upper body. To be able to walk in, no warm up weights or nothing like that, and deadlift 405 is an impressive feat, especially for I mean it's an impressive feat for anybody.
Mhm.
And if you can and you can bring that type of explosion into punches as we've seen them do. That's something you have to be mindful. And I think however that fight shakes out, I think that's going to surprise people how physically strong he is. Even when he fought Sean Porter would jump in. You would just watch Bud just push him off him like basically like he was a little boy for real. I mean, no disrespect to Sean, but the way we see Sean fight, he's always coming forward. He's making everybody uncomfortable. You know, Bud didn't seem to be too phased by that. He just pushed him off him. Like really, that fight it just made it look like Bud was kind of made it look like the way he just went out in that was that the ninth or 10th round and just put Sean down twice. It's like he just was trying to get some rounds. Like it didn't even look like it made it look like he wasn't like trying in the beginning. It just made it look like all right, I'm gonna let him do his thing, let him do his thing. Then when they told him he was losing, he said, all right, hold up, y'all gotta stop playing. He put him down twice. He put him down twice in 2 rounds within about 30 seconds of each other. It kind of just made it look like, yeah, I was letting you do this. I don't have to let you do this. So I mean, I think Bud's punching power and physical strength is going to be a little underrated. Just because we see him coming up from 135, or he started his career like 135 and being at 147 now. I feel like the power has done a good job of coming with him. Earl, Earl's the truth. Earl's really the truth. You know what I mean? The adjustment he made against Ugas, he just picked up the pressure. Ugas was another good counter puncher. I feel like Earl decided if I keep throwing 1 or 2 punches at a time, he can pick which one he want to counter. Let me just pick up the pace. You know what I'm saying? Let me just pick up the punch output. And now he's throwing 6 and 7 punches at a time. And Ugas wasn't able to pick which shot he wanted to counter, which in turn made him have to absorb more shots. Got his orbital bone busted. Where I give credit to Earl is no matter how bad he hurts a fighter, he sticks with the shots that are landing. He sticks with all the shots that he practiced on the bag every time, the quality hooks and uppercuts and things like that. You can see him putting his body into the shots. He's not winging extra wide. Everything's short and tight, just using his body. I mean, so that fight to me is 50-50. It's just who executes their game plan better.
All right, this is a two-part question. How do
Got
you beat if it's you? How do you beat a Earl Spence? How do you beat a Terence Crawford?
Um, well, for me, I mean, the main thing we talk about, is the height advantage I have. I have to use that I have to use that to the best of my ability. I watch both of those guys very, very closely. I think really what I just have, I'd have to make them, fight through my height. You know what I mean? you're gonna have to eat a lot of punches on the way in. You know, to make their journey to me, make their journey to me a lot very, very difficult. That by the time they get there, you know, hopefully, you know, they got some knots on their eyes, they got a little bruise, maybe a bloody nose, just little small things like that that'll offset their breathing, that'll offset what shots they want to throw. And if they can get in close, I need to be able to stop the action. I need to be able to stop the action and stay and circle, be able to circle back to the center of the ring. That's where I do my best work. Yeah, keep these guys in the center of the ring. Don't let them get me to the ropes, and be able to load up like super big shots, because you know we seen the punch of power that both of these guys possess. You don't want to be on the receiving end of it.
Okay, yo, that was a tight breakdown. I like it.
I appreciate that.
I like it.
Hey guys, want to win some money? BetUS Sportsbook, the best online sportsbook there is. Click the link and put the promo code YSM2022 and you'll get 125% deposit match. That's YSM2022. See you there.